Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga Core with Fit to Live today. This will be a nice stretch yoga class. It's part of a 6-week session and this is week one for our summer stretch. Let's get started right away at the back of the mat. So come to seated on your heels, rest your hands in your lap and softly relax your shoulders. To get our shoulders nice and anchored down or plugged into the socket, let's start with 2 shoulder rolls. Inhaling, rolling shoulders forward and up, and exhaling back and down. Glide the shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, roll shoulders forward and up, and exhale, glide the shoulder blades down your back. Take 2 reverse, back and up, and lower on down. Inhale, shoulders back and up, and exhale down. And then 1 forward, just so we relax our shoulders back into place. Slide the shoulder blades down. Feel your shoulders resting even more. So a little bit of tension gone, let it feel good. The shoulders are even, there's more space between shoulders and ears. And then if you need to release a little tension through your neck, go ahead and move your head around. Nice and gentle. Really no form to it. I had suggested make circles with your nose. And that just helps to get to every surface, every part of the outer surfaces of your neck. And then reverse the circle. Good, and as you're facing the front, I'm just facing a little side for the video. You can even draw circles with your chin. So that'll make the movement a little bit bigger. And feel any air or ligaments moving through or being adjusted as you circle your chin. So really tune into how your body is feeling today. Give yourself this whole hour to explore and just to be present. All right, come to stillness. We're still facing the front of the mat. Another way to be present right in the moment is to follow the breath. All during this 55 minutes-ish, we'll be taking air slowly in and air slowly out. So you can just set up a rhythm. Inhaling even inhales to even exhales. Let it feel good. We'll start with 2 sighing out breaths. So they're pretty emphasized. You're going to take the biggest breaths you've taken today. So you're going to inhale through the nose, fill the lungs 3D. And exhale, sigh it out. Good, empty all air. Inhale through the nose. And sigh it out. And then return to your rhythmic breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Tune in and glide some air across the back of your throat as you breathe in. And glide the air across the back of your throat as you breathe out. If that displeases you, if that causes tension in your body today, just make sure the air is moving slowly in and slowly out. Any way you can negotiate it through. It's just like a stream, like the water, finding space between the rocks. We're negotiating around anything in our passageways. And continue that exploration down into the lungs. So as you inhale, you can move air around. And exhale. And again, inhale, move air around in the lungs. and exhale. Good. And we'll just continue that slow and steady breath. As we do that, open your knees about the distance of the mat. Take a breath in. And exhale, reach your arms forward into child's pose, stretching through the hips, relaxing the lower back. Kiss the mat. For the next 5 breaths, you could even take a block or a cushion or both. So couch cushion or pillow. Let it just really take pressure off your hips. And we're really letting the heart relax. So it won't have to work as hard, getting blood to the brain. And with soft eyes, so let your eyelids be soft or closed. Just watch air fill in and air fill out. Allow that breath to relax any area of tension. So I found a kink in the right side of my back. So I'm going to breathe air in 3D, fill my lungs, and then exhale, release that area, release that muscle. If you need to use your hand, you can take the physical touch. So add that sensory experience to help release any area of tension, and then head back to your still child's pose. So now I found an area of tension in my shoulder, so I might massage it out a little bit, and then take air in and take air out. Just whole full body awareness. So really nurturing our body. So elongating the breath, elongating our restorative exercises. And then we'll set aside the props if you had them. If not, the rest of us will join you in extended child's pose. Breath in. And exhale, walk your hands over to the right, left hand stacks. Sink into the left hip. And so we're really stretching left side body. So your upper body makes a crescent moon posture. Inhale, open up left side body. Exhale, stretch, melt towards the mat. And then we'll inhale, center. A nice big stretch for the torso. And exhale, walk over to the left side. Stack right hand over left or head it towards that direction. So anchor right hip down. So we really open up right side body. Feel the compression on the left side body. Good. Inhaling through the right side body. Exhale, stretch that right hip down. Inhale, center. Exhale, relax. Rebound. Feel the energy moving evenly through the spine. For each side body, stretching the shoulders. Right, so anytime we have our hands overhead, we can get a stretch for the armpits or the muscles around the armpits. Nice work. Inhale, crawl up to tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Now we're going to exhale and do an up dog stretch. So it's almost like up dog, but pretty relaxed. Heart through your arms. Opening up front side body. Breath in, up dog stretch. And then exhale back to child's pose, all the way down. Inhale, flow to up dog stretch. You can move through tabletop if you'd like. You almost have to. And then exhale, feel that path through, sending the base of the spine towards your heels. Good. Final up dog stretch. So really open up the front of your hips. It's almost like a yawn for the front side body. exhale back to child's pose. Good. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck the hips this time. So a little counter stretch. We're going to fold and relax the neck. And then inhale, cow pose. So stick your hips out. So it's arching the back bone by bone. And then exhale, cat. Tuck the hips. Stretch the middle of the back. Inhale, cow pose. Chest towards the mat, heart, sternum bone through the arms. And exhale, cat pose, and we'll pause here. So pause in the stretch for the spine. Relax the shoulders. Just really round the back high. Good. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Walk the hands forward. Tuck your toes under on an inhale. And then the exhale, stick out your hips. Send them high, make an upside down V. Stretch the legs. Walk from side to side. So walk from right foot to left foot. Allow the ankles to be soft. Heels heading towards the mat. It really depends on the size of your Achilles tendon. So maybe your heels might not ever touch the mat, or maybe they might melt and connect. Either way, energetically, we're all connecting towards the ground with our hands and feet in this pose, strengthening through the shoulders. Come to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, little crouch, and then exhale, back up to almost straight, but no tension. Don't lock out your knees. Just straighten the legs any amount. Good. Toes are spread, fingers are spread. So your hands and feet, all the surfaces are connected to the mat. Roll your shoulders back and up away from your ears. It might be hard to see with my shirt. Nice work. So you're going to walk the left foot to the center of the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step the right foot underneath you, lower left knee. Stack right knee over right ankle. Stretching through the right hip. So here's your options. Interlace fingers and place them on top of the leg. That's option one. You may want to start here, see how you're feeling today. So I have a little bit of an injury in my left hip. It kind of affects my whole body. So today I might stay up here. I probably will. Other option, spider fingers on the mat or all the way down. Really stretch the right hip. Be organic with it. Wiggle a little bit. Just be careful with the knee. Good, nice stretch. Now we're going to inhale, moon crescent. So scissor the inner legs for support. Press right foot into the mat. Raise your arms high. Nice work. Exhale down. Place weight in the left hand. Inhale, twist right. So close twist. The center of the body, twist towards the right leg. This gives you a deeper stretch for the right hip. And now practice hugging the belly in on the exhale. You're going to massage the organs. Strengthen the torso. Breath in here and exhale. Hands to the mat. Nice work. Tuck left toes under. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send the right leg back and up. And exhale, down dog. Stretch the legs. Send the hips even higher, up and back. Nod your head yes and shake it no. So removing tension from the neck. Good. Step the right foot to the center of the mat. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, hug the belly in, draw knee to nose, and then step the left foot underneath you. Lower right knee. And then we're going to get a nice beginning stretch for the left hip. Well, we've been stretching it a lot through our child's pose. This is just taking it a little bit deeper or elongating our stretch. And to do that, you use the breath. That's right. Taking the breath in horizontal through the lungs and exhale, release. Good. So I forgot my modification is interlacing fingers and placing them on the leg here. So if you haven't done runner's lunge, or maybe you always want to do it this way, to not go too deep in the hips. Same benefits if you're here, here, or here. It depends on where you want to hinge your hip, where you want your torso to be. If you're up higher, you want to make sure anchor pubic bone and tailbone towards the mat. So your pelvis is like a salad bowl, kind of set up straight on the table. As you lower your fingers, you may need to tilt the salad bowl a little bit. And then you can get the top of the leg deeper into the left hip. Get a little rotation. Then come to stillness in our pose. Feel the inner legs activating, base of the body activating, lifting yourself up. Inhale, moon crescent. Good. We'll pause here for a moment. And then exhale, lower back down. Place weight in the right hand and inhale, open twist left. Also in these poses, you can always use a block. Just show you real quick. So for every pose, pretty much, you can use a block to bring the practice up to you. So that's if you're just working on your spinal twist, or you don't want to sink too deep into the hips, maybe you're overstretched, over flexible, and you need to not stretch so much in the hips. A block is a good way to kind of anchor your body in place. And then you can work on strength. Breath in here. And exhale, back down, out of your twist. Set your block aside if you had it there. Tuck the right toes under. Walk your hands a little bit forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice work. Then from down dog, we're going to inhale, flow gently to plank pose. And exhale back. Inhale gently to plank pose. And exhale back. Good. Lower your knees, lower down to your elbows, under your shoulders, interlace your fingers, uninterlace your pinkies so they're flat on the mat. Step your feet back, forearm plank challenge. We'll stay here about 10 seconds. Breathe in horizontally through the lungs. And exhale, hug the belly in. Your legs can assist you, or you can drop your knees down, drawing a lot of attention to the core muscles. Breathing in and breathing out. So really strengthening shoulders, abdomen. So plank challenge for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest on your knees. Come all the way to seated if you like. Take a breath in and take a breath out. Walk your hands forward, inhale and tabletop, exhale down dog. Transition to standing, bending your knees, looking forward, and walking to forward fold at the top of the mat. So we're really gonna stretch the back of the legs, hinge from the hips, micro bend your knees, drape the upper body down. Heart melts towards the leg. Stretching the torso, just breathing in through the lungs and breathing out. Ragdoll pose. Let your upper body flop like a doll or move like a tree in the wind. And again, just releasing tension from the body. Let it feel good. Nod your head yes and shake it no. Stretching the backs of the legs. So you're gonna micro bend knees. That'll get even more distance for your hamstrings. A deeper stretch. So more space between hips and knees. Then we're going to practice kind of a mountain meditation, even in our inversion. So mountain meditation means the base of the body is heavier and the uppermost point, I guess it's the hips at this point, are lighter. So you want to feel the surfaces of your feet connected like solid earth or like roots of a tree, connected to the earth or the concrete below you. And then you feel up higher around the legs, a little bit lighter, but still connected. Still an earth and water element. So life and energy flowing through. Micro bend knees and roll up one vertebra at a time. So let the feet still feel heavy and connected. And as you get to the top, being careful, breathing in and out so you don't get dizzy, but also letting the crown of the head float. So let the energy be light and tension free. Let the brain stack over the heart. Slightly nod your chin, so that'll lengthen the back and the crown of the head can float higher. Lower your hands, preparing for movement. For sun salutation, we're going to inhale, circle arms up. Exhale, lean to the right, hold left wrist. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left, hold the right wrist. Inhale, center. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Body makes an L filled with a lot of air. And slowly exhale as hands to the mat, come down high to low plank. When you're done exhaling, click the toenails down. Inhale, up dog or stretch dog. Zip the legs straight for support now as we're moving. So a little bit stronger of an up dog, strengthening the middle of the back. And then exhale, down dog. You can roll over toes or move through almost a child's pose to send your hips high. Take a breath in, down dog. Soften the ankles. Soften your gaze between your legs or at your own belly. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Nice work, yogis. Inhale, Tadasana. Feet are heavy, brain is light. And exhale, Samasthiti. This is hands, heart center. Good. Lower the hands. We'll start the second set. Inhale, Tadasana. Circle arms up. Exhale, lean to the left this time. Hold on to right wrist. Relax right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, so you're holding on to the opposite wrist. Press left foot into the mat when you lean right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge, hip hinge, swan dive forward. So you're over here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Shift shoulders forward, lower halfway. You can always lower your knees to the mat. Zip the legs straight. Inhale, up dog. Shoulder loop. Exhale, down dog. Roll over toes or send hips high. Nice work. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, Tadasana. Flat back to come high. And exhale, draw the energy center. Lower hands all the way. One more set. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, lean to the right. Hold on to the left wrist. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Hold on to the right wrist. So you're here, relaxing right shoulder. Press right foot into the mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, swan dive forward. Hug the belly in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. That's a high to low push-up. Shift shoulders forward. In yoga, we hug the upper arms along the body, elbows towards the back of the room. Zip the legs straight. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Send the hips high. Take a breath here. Inhale. And the exhale, send the hips up and back even more. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of the mat. Beautiful work today. Inhale, Tadasana. Flat back to come high. Exhale, Samasthiti. Good, and then we'll take a soft tree pose. But by soft, I mean the legs stay strong and connected to the earth, rooted down. Middle torso is kind of water and earth element, and the brain has a little more air element, floating high. So you're going to shift the weight to a strong left leg, so the ear might have to shift over. The whole body stacked over left leg, kickstand the right foot. About 45 degrees, sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. Watch air move in, watch air move out. Good, draw the right knee forward and step it on down. Tree pose, left side, which is actually supported on the right foot. So when I get your hips, shift them up just a little over, right? So when you're here, you may need to shift, get onto the right foot, strong, kickstand the left foot. So you can remain kickstanded down. That's a nice tree pose for you. You can close your eyes. It's always a challenge. Or you can open your eyes and go draw the left foot up to the calf or above the knee. Relaxing left hip as much as possible. Drawing air in, drawing air out. Find stillness in the posture, or rather pick one version of the posture. There's always a little movement with the vertebra, right? You're always adjusting your balance, feeling the nerve endings of your feet connected, right foot connected to the mat. Feel the muscles always adjusting, holding you up. And allow the air to come in, allow the air to come out. So gentle meditation with the breath, the entire practice. Some movements get intense and you may have to breathe a little faster, and that's fine as well. Just come back to moderating the breath or setting up your rhythmic breath when you can. Tree pose is a great pose for that. Just meditating on air moving in, air moving out. Good, draw the left knee front and step it on down. Good. Sun B will start in the center of the mat. Open your feet wide and lower your arms. So feel your feet heavy and connected, and the torso mid-weight. So big open space with the hips, stretching the legs, relaxing the lower back. Ooh, just need to get some little twist. So whenever you need wiggles and twitches, you can always do that, and then come to stillness in your practice. Unless you set an intention where you want to be still and precise the entire class. If that was your intention, go for it. Otherwise, whenever you need to get tension out, or drink some water, or hit child's pose and watch a posture, that's always good as well. Okay, so we've been stretching our legs here. Let's move on. Inhale, open arms out like a T. And for a moment, feel that strengthening from fingertip to fingertip. So feel the energy out your limbs, through the crown of the head. Ears maybe tingle a little bit. Breath in here. Exhale, warrior two to the right side. Turn the right toes to face the short edge of the mat. Sink into the right hip. Back leg is strong, so really supporting you. Don't let the back knee buckle. Press through the outer edge of the back foot. Nice work. Inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. So you stretch a little deeper into the right hip, right elbow to right leg, or let it hover. We'll do vinyasa style, so you can keep the left hand high. If you're used to, sometimes this is hot yoga triangle, or some people just call this extended side angle with the arm overhead. You could move here. Otherwise, open the chest to the experience today. So left arm up, and then continue the left arm all the way down as we reverse warrior. Inhale, fill our stretch right side body, stay low. Nice work. And exhale, runner's lunge. Head all the way down to the mat. Step the right foot back. Inhale, plank pose. Now we're going to shift heels to the left, and I'm going to shift so you can see it. So you shift heels to the left, lower the left knee to the mat. Inhale, Vashisthasana, right side, really strengthening left side body. So almost arcing your body, so arcing your hips. Again, also sneak the left foot under full Vashisthasana or step the right foot in front. Take a breath here. Strengthening. Shaking is good. So if you haven't done the posture before, if your muscles aren't used to it, they may shake, and just send air into your lungs and air out. Lower left knee, everyone. Everyone go into modified side plank. So the left foot is actually behind you. So your knee is kind of like your calf is 90 degrees, setting up support for you. And then we're going to inhale, float a warrior two on the ground, and exhale back down. So just get some air moving through. Inhale, warrior two. Nice work. And exhale down. Let's do it again. This feels good. That meditation, just moving through the body. Exhale down, getting that stretch in the leg. Good. Then we're going to roll back to our plank pose. Step the left foot to meet right. Nice work. Now, from here, open your feet hip width distance. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Still on the right side. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. Exhale, runner's lunge. Lower left knee. Stretch through the right hip. Now we're going to get an even deeper booty stretch. We're going to sit on the left hip. So very carefully. You can even put a pillow underneath you if you'd like. Reach the right arm towards the back of the room. So my right glute is really tight. So I'm just kind of rocking and rolling a little bit and breathing. That's the essential part, is relaxing your body to get the stretch. Now, wave of the breath. This is fun. This is a version of Vashisthasana. So we are going to go back on up to the outer edge of the supporting leg, the left leg. And then because the right leg is forward, we get to do a lot of support on the right foot as well. And we're going to wave of the breath. Inhale, fill lower lungs, upper lungs, stretch into Vashisthasana. And exhale, back down into that hip stretch. At least 3 times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, stretch right side body, strengthen the left. Exhale, down. One more. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Good stretch there. Nimbly and carefully head back to your runner's lunge. Inhale in runner's lunge. And exhale, down dog. Nice work. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, float to the top of the mat. So we're at a forward fold in the back of the mat, rather. Micro bend knees and roll up one vertebra at a time. Good. Come to the center of the mat. Open your legs wide for the left side. So getting a stretch in the legs. feeling really connected. I love this pose, how it anchors your hips. So hips can get pretty heavy. Also, tops of the legs anchored in the hips. Once you feel steady, open arms out like a T. So feel the energy from left fingertip to right. Take a breath in and exhale, warrior two, left side. Spin on your heel, bend left knee. Get low. Stretching into the left hip. Good. So this is my slightly injured side. So I'm going to stay a little bit higher. But if you feel like it, you can sink a little more into the hip. You may need to widen your stance. Keeping that left knee stacked over left ankle. All right, so I'm a little higher. I always forget. Get a little higher for me. All right, inhale here, exhale, extended side angle. All right, so you're here, higher, or I'm just gonna do it once into a deep stretch. So there's some of your options. So you're hovering, or if you don't want to go as low, or if you're injured like I am, I take left elbow to left leg, pause here. Nice work. Reach a little forward if you want to try the triangle version. Arm overhead. And just feel the stretch from the outer edge of the back foot through the fingertips. Oh, it almost assists the stretch in the left hip as you do that. Not almost, it really did. Created space, allowed my left leg to really plug into the left hip. I guess that's how you would describe it. Then come back to vinyasa style. So right arm overhead, and then continue right arm down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay low or stay in your version of warrior two. And then exhale, runner's lunge. Come all the way down. Stretching in the right hip. Come to your plank pose. Plank pose, everyone. Align. That's aligning heels and hips and head, or you can lower your knees down. Inhale in plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Send the hips high. Soften in the knees. Good. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, runner's lunge. So still on the left side. Lower right knee. And then gently lower down to the right hip. So we have our modified Vashisthasana, so our fancy version of plank pose. Getting a booty stretch, so a little stretch for the left glute. Let it feel good. So you can put a cushion or something under your right hip if it doesn't come all the way down. That's an option as well. You can extend the left foot out or maybe forward a little bit. So you can be here, here, here. Whatever feels good in the hip. So being careful. Breathing in, breathing out. Ooh. All right. Sorry, because the injury, I'm just testing a lot, and that's okay. But once you test, then find stillness in the pose. Also, very Vata, airy energy today. So I know most of my students are Kapha, have a really nice balance of the soil and water element. So sometimes I'm a little more poppier than my students, and that's okay. Just as long as you're aware of what's in balance, what's out of balance for your own body. Now, those are all fun things to think about. However, what I really want you to do is just concentrate on the breath. Every posture is just air moving in, air moving out. So it's a really refreshing meditation and brings you to wellness. If you practice it once a week, once or twice, like my break dance teacher says, he stays in shape. Well, I haven't had his class for a while, but twice a week. So once a week, sometimes you kind of lose the swing of things. The twice a week is great for yoga or physical movement. Just to keep that continuity and to keep the healthy energy flowing through your body. All right, I think we've been here long enough. Let's reach the left arm long, and then we're gonna inhale up, wave of the breath, and exhale, booty stretch for the left hip. And then inhale up, wave of the breath, strengthen right side body, let it feel good. And exhale down, stretch the left hip. Inhale up, so fill lower lungs, upper lungs. And then exhale, deflate your lungs on the way down. Nice work. Crawl over to your runner's lunge. Good. Then we're going to inhale the left leg up and back. And exhale, down dog. On the other side, we did plank pose. Let's inhale, flow to plank here. Heel, hips, and head. Let it feel good. Exhale, down dog. Nice work. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Micro bend knees and roll up one vertebra at a time. Good, nice work. Crescent lunge series right away. So we're going to step the left leg back, bend right knee, high crescent. So we've been down in our moon crescent. Now we're going to do an energized version, higher, right? And then that salad bowl is nice and straight, not tilted too far forward right now. We're going to draw arms forward and up. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, down dog. Hands to the mat, step on back. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. You have to shift a little bit forward, swivel right leg underneath you. Step it down on the left. Inhale, star pose, balancing on the outer edge of the right foot. Exhale, knee to nose, swivel back under. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. We're moving through all of our joints. Every possible movement or every possible way our hips can rotate. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, thunderbolt pose. Use the muscles of your seat. Exhale, airplane arms, sit lower. Inhale, Utkatasana, thunderbolt pose. And exhale, stand tall. Nice work. Stay where you are. I'm going to move for the video. Left side. So you're going to inhale, or hands to hips first. Nice and tall. Inhale, step the right foot way back. Then the left hip back, right hip forward, so your headlights are shining forward. Tops of the hips, feel your hip bones there. If you feel yourself pitching forward, you can go ahead and bend the back knee in this pose. So it's more important to maintain the structure of your torso from hips to head. The line of energy. It may be a little bit forward, but just not too far forward. All right, power out the right heel, whether your right knee is bent or not. Nice work. Woo. Now, this is a toughie. Scissor inner legs for support. Breath in sun crescent. Exhale, down dog, hands to the mat. Step back. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift shoulders forward. Swivel underneath you. Step the left foot over to the right. Inhale, star pose. Lift the hips. Exhale, swivel back. Use the stomach muscles. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, down dog. Send the hips high. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, float to the top of the mat. Inhale, Utkatasana, thunderbolt pose, raise your arms. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, stand tall. Nice work. I'm just going to gently take a quad stretch. You can hold on to a wall or stand and face the video. Right elbow to your hip, bend right knee, grab the inside of the right ankle. I'm going to hold on to the wall. And just opening up the hip for a moment, just a little counter stretch. Stretching the quad. Good. Then we'll do the other side. So hold on with the right arm, or you can face the video if you're feeling very balanced. So we want to have the left hand grabs the inside of the left ankle. You can move into your dancer's pose if you like. Today we're just opening up the hips for a moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Step the left foot down. Then we'll come to the center of the mat for a Gomukhasana. So feel free to face that way as well. Just as long as you can get your seat somewhere comfortable on your mat. Suggested, face the video like I am. And then we're going to inhale, rock our hands a little bit off the mat for tabletop. And then slide the left knee in front of right and thread the right foot across. So right knee in front of left and sit on down. And you can take a block or a pillow and place it between your feet. So you can do Gomukhasana. So that's a hip stretch, but it's really interesting angle in the hips. You want to stack your knees in front of you, and it's okay if there's space between the knees. So you don't want to work on pressing the knees together. You want to let that be natural in the hip socket, but we are working on walking the knees towards the center. So stretching the hips, and then lean forward in your Gomukhasana. You can put a pillow in front of you. Well, let's see. So if you're on a block, it might feel a little bit, you might just want to nod your chin if you're on a block. Ooh, so you get an excellent back stretch. Hinging forward. If your hips are all the way on the ground, just because of gravity, it just didn't work on the block. But if your hips are all the way on the ground, you can hinge forward and lay further. So we're resting on the ground, stretching our glute muscles, breathing in and breathing out. And at least 3 breaths here. Relax the legs as much as possible. Wiggle the toes. So there's no tension, but you're also able to move if you need to. 2 more breaths. Hips get heavy and roll on up. And we'll set up the left side. So that's walking the hands forward, unthread the right leg, and thread the left. And the option 2 is from Gomukhasana. If you want to just open the legs, you can as well. I just find it easier to put weight in front, unthread my legs, and then re-thread them. But it's really your own personal choice how to get there. Once left knee is in front of right, and then you can sit back between your heels. And with the goal to walk the heels towards your hips and knees in the center. And this is the cow's face pose. This is the cow smile. So you don't need to crunch it down. You don't want to crunch left knee on top of right. You're going to just keep a nice organic space there. And then over time, the knee might fall towards the right knee. And that is driven by the breath, only if the breath allows it, the breath and gravity. Right, so gravity is our friend. Sometimes it's a prop against us, right? So sometimes it's a frenemy in a good way. Then from here, nod your chin if you're seated on the block, or if you feel comfortable. I was getting a sense of vertigo when I was on the block. I couldn't get all the way down. If you can kind of feels good actually to release the lower back. You have to be careful with your knees. Ooh, that's an interesting Gomukasana. It feels good. So if you're either on the block or not, you're going to hinge from the hips and relax the lower back. So if we were doing our normal yoga core class, we'd stay seated and really hug the belly in, or maybe even do a twist. So we get a core workout. But for summer stretch series, we're doing a little more restorative, draping over the legs. Let it feel good. And 3 more breaths, which on the last side was about 5 breaths. Stretching into the left hip. This one always feels good. I used to have a car. I live downtown now and walk. But when I had a car, this one always felt good after yoga. So it didn't feel good as I was doing it. But then after class, sitting in that seat, I could feel my Gomukasana benefits. Relax your hips and roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Nice work. Then just a little counter for the legs. Shake them out a little bit and open them wide. And again, I have a little injury in my groin muscle, so I'm not going to go very wide. If you want to go a little bit, like 45 degrees, we're not going for the splits. That's counter to the pose. You just want to get enough to open the sun energy on the inner legs. Get a stretch for the inner legs. Breath in and walk forward. You can do the splits if it's calling to you. However, the pose is just a straddle. And again, building flexibility with the yogic meditation. So set your intention to drive the air in, drive the air out. Ooh. And that's how you can release tension in your body and then build flexibility. We're mostly going for that full balance though. So a balance of relaxing brain and breath and body. So you really don't want to increase flexibility if your breath is still tense. You don't want to increase flexibility if your mind is still running 1,000,000 miles an hour. You want to practice all 3 evenly balanced together. So practice getting rid of thoughts with your exhale. You can't get rid of them, but you can separate your soul from your thoughts just for this hour. Breathing in and breathing out. And there's your yogic meditation. And then a little flexibility. And and then each session, each year by year, the yoga practice may go a little bit deeper, a little bit clearer in your mind, and a little bit revitalized in your breath and your body systems. And that's yoga. And it does take several years. It's not instant. And for me now, I used to do it all yoga every day. And now that I'm older, I probably meditate every day, but I like to do practice physical just once or twice a week, to be honest. Just enough to keep my body healthy. Yeah. Now, so I'm glad you can join me every Friday for our yogic meditation. We'll come out of our straddle carefully. And then final pose is Shavasana. So resting on your mat. And Shavasana is a corpse pose. Adult nap time. You need to take any final wiggles and stretches. So after the wide straddle we were in, might feel good to do a final cosmic pod. Massage the back, just fold in a little bit. And give yourself thanks. Inhale, kiss your knees, get small in space. And then exhale, back to our corpse pose. Extend the legs long. And fully relax. So no effort, just wherever your body falls, let it relax down. All the elements in balance, right where you're supposed to be. Eyes are heavy, eye sockets are heavy. In corpse pose, breathe only when you need to. If you need about 5 more minutes or so, you can turn off the video. For us, it's the middle of the day. Yoga core is usually around noon. This is a recording right now, but I happen to be doing it in the middle of the day. So I'm going to keep my Shavasana at a conscious level. I'm not going to go too far down into slowing down my brain. So we're going to come back to active level. Reach your arms overhead and feet forward. Circle ankles and wrists. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold to fetal posture. And I'm going to do heated. So if your right nostril's on top, that's the heated one. If you're watching this video at night, you'll need to do the cooling one. So close your right nostril. I'm going to close left, so my right nostril is the heated one. If you have a cold, you can just breathe in through both nostrils, and wherever the air can get in is where you go, because you don't have a choice really with a cold. Also, you can notice naturally, you can just watch your breath a little bit. What side your breath is, your own physical body is emphasizing right now. Yeah, so once you figure out a nostril, breathe in twice. Nice work. And then top hand assists you up and reverse waterfall up. Close out our practice seated together in the center of your mat. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.